I'm Scott Parent, and this is Relevantly Speaking. Hi everyone, welcome to this week's show. As you know, the Super Bowl was this past Sunday, and in addition to what was a pretty exciting game, there's always the anticipation of the commercials. Now, we can debate all day about which spots were clever or funny, but let's talk about which spots actually resulted in a significant revenue increase for their companies. I mean, we do have to talk about revenue, right? A 30-second spot this year cost a reported $3 million. Besides the obvious branding and prestige that the Super Bowl brings, and I get that, most companies just don't live in that world. They live in a much different world with this economy, one that relies on marketing spend that brings in results. Now, I get that ad time during the Super Bowl sells itself and that CBS executives don't exactly have to hard sell Bud Light or Doritos to buy the multiple ad spots that they did. But let's talk about a smaller scale. Maybe you're a company that's looking to do a CPM buy online or in traditional media. How do you justify that spend, and how do you quantify the results? Maybe you've been thinking about getting involved in performance-based marketing, but we're a little bit daunted about how to get started. Our own Julian Mossinen wrote a great blog post this week called An Advertiser's Guide to Working with Affiliate Networks. It's sort of a step-by-step guide on what questions you should be asking and how to get started. You can find it over at blog.mediatrust.com. This week, we're announcing the launch of MediaTrust Labs. I sat down with Christopher Smith during his recent trip to our Santa Barbara office and talked about the concept of MediaTrust Labs. All right, so I'm here with Christopher Smith, who's just been named the Director of Product Management for MediaTrust Labs. Christopher, what is MediaTrust Labs?
So MediaTrust Labs is a new group here where we're going to ask the question, what if? It's a prototyping lab. It's a group that will take ideas and concepts and build them, prove them to ourselves that these ideas, these applications, these widgets, whatever we decide to do, are actually going to be of benefit to the company.
And what sort of things are you guys working on right now?
So it's a relatively new group. So right now we're still setting up some of the processes, some of the criterion that we want to look at in order to bring ideas into the lab. But I can say that we're going to be working on some things involving data visualization, creating rich interfaces so that our customers can better manage the work that they do. We're going to work on some things like extending channels, taking a look at the uses of social media, or taking things like video, and how can that have an impact on our company and for our customers as well.
And what sort of criteria are these concepts sort of vetted through so that you think that they have the best chance for success?
Yeah, so we're obviously going to look at revenue. Revenue is important both for us as a company, but also how do we increase the revenue for our customers as well. So revenue will always be top of mind. But then we'll also look at things like emerging tech. Is it a standard that's coming out? Is it a new opportunity to open up new markets? Does it have an impact from desktop to mobile to other types of connected devices? There's a lot of questions that we'll ask. Always back to the hey, what if? And that's pretty much where we will always start here with Labs.
That's our show for this week. My name is Scott. Thank you for watching.